Hey friends, Mr. Wilson here, welcoming you back to the basement. So, director Zach Snyder's new sci-fi epic Rebel Moon is out in the wild, but only the first half. This is going to be a two-part film with the second half coming out in the coming April, I believe. And part two is going to be on some serious cleanup duty, as this first part was a mess. It was a swing and a miss. It overshot the landing, it dropped the ball, it blew its load. Whatever little catchphrase you want to insert there will probably apply, because unfortunately this kind of feels like Sucker Punch all over again. Now, this movie very much looks like a Zack Snyder film, for better and for worse. There are some visually just stunning sequences and set pieces sprinkled throughout this movie, but there are also some visuals that are so bad in contrast, I couldn't even believe that they were in the same movie. And that kind of makes me wonder, had this been a more traditional studio-driven theatrical release as opposed to a Netflix production, would the visuals been a little more consistent throughout with a bigger budget? Maybe not. But even if they were, it was not going to save this film from its other myriad of issues. And honestly, if I had paid north of $10 to see this in a theater, I'd probably be a little pissed. In this film, Zack Snyder wears his inspirations on his sleeve, and it is a big goddamn sleeve. Now, that's not inherently a negative or a bad thing. Lots of films borrow and tweak things for their own story, and a lot of them to great success. That's just not the case here. In the simplest of terms, this story is about an ex-soldier who goes around collecting a group of ass-kickers to fight back against a tyrannical regime who she used to be a soldier for. Now, that's a story that we've heard 100 times. The trick is to dig in a little deeper on these characters and add nuance, but that just doesn't happen here. That little one-sentence synopsis is about as deep and layered as this film is daring to go. By the time the credits roll, we don't really know anything more about these characters than what we're told at the very first time we meet them. Everyone is just left at a very shallow base level. And the movie jumps from planet to planet, just adding these crew members in such quick succession, as if just getting to the next big epic set piece is of paramount importance. Perhaps we could have cut out, about 20 minutes of slow-mo footage just to spend a little more time with these characters and get to know them. But speaking of set pieces, early in the film we visit this local bar, which essentially kicks off the start of getting together these group of rebels that they're trying to find to create this team. And the bar is essentially a big hodgepodge of all these different alien species from around the universe. And some of them look like they were lifted wholesale from other franchises. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I seen one of Saruman's Urukai up in that place. The bar was absolutely filled with nasties and baddies. I'm not sure I've ever seen a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. Nah, I'm sure I've seen one somewhere. So yeah, the plot just seemed kind of like an afterthought. Like, as I was watching this, I was trying to visualize like how they went about making this movie, and what I kept coming back around to was I was seeing Zack Snyder had like an idea for this big epic shot that he wanted to get. Like, I could see him being like, okay, here's the shot. We got this guy who's just leaping from this canyon wall onto this huge bird. It's gonna look just big and epic and awesome. But, why is he jumping on the bird? What's the purpose of this shot? So they had to go around and essentially write everything to fit these shots, which essentially amounted to them being like, let's just say he's working for his freedom. And he's gonna earn this freedom because of some nonsensical wager that nobody would make or take. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. And my biggest gripe is that the whole movie felt like this to me. Like, the story was written to support the visuals. It was the very definition of style over substance in true Zack Snyder fashion. The only real positive I can even give this flick is going to be in the audio. The sound and the design, it was awesome. If you have a decent home theater at home or some high quality speakers, I'm sure you're going to feel the same way. I mean, the audio was good, even if nothing else really was. So in conclusion here, Rebel Moon is a movie that it's very difficult to recommend. I mean, nearly every aspect of it has just glaring flaws. My enthusiasm for seeing the second half of this film couldn't be any less. So I'll be giving this film 2 out of 5 stars, and I just want to say thank you for watching and giving me your time. If you liked what you've seen here, please hit that like button and subscribe. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, my friends. I am out of here.